Okay. All right. Okay, can everybody see my screen? Is everybody able to see the screen?
No, sir. You have to
No.
be as a presenter. Start as
Yeah.
a presenting.
Yeah, I've already become a presenter. Yeah, share this. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Now you should be able to see.
Yeah, now looks like.
Okay, great. Excellent. Okay, so
Yeah, we are there.
yeah, I'm just going on the view
All right.
present. Okay. Okay. So the purpose of this session is basically you have learned a lot, and this is just an introduction. This is a very large subject area, and so many developments have happened. So, how would you prepare yourself? What would be the next steps that you can take uh, to take your own career forward, to take your college a step ahead, and make sure that your students are getting full benefit. So, uh, what all opportunities you have? There are number of things that you need to learn. You've just made a beginning with this awareness course. Uh, then you can actually contribute in building an ecosystem. So it is not enough just to teach a course. Actually, there are so many things that have to happen in the ecosystem, which actually makes this whole adoption of blockchain technology in the country possible. So that is ecosystem development. Then there are a number of things that you can initiate at a college level, and then there are several application development projects that we would like to suggest you can take up. And finally, I would like to actually also give you some idea as to which kind of collaborations and international associations you could form to take this whole thing forward. Uh, so what I would like you to do is, while I'm going through this presentation, uh, I have given here this link, which has been already shared by Dr. Tigre with you. This link will take you to a form. It will take you to a form which will ask you, as I'm going from slide to slide, it will ask you certain information. Keep filling it up, so there is no need for subsequently uh, at the end of the session then spend some more time for filling up, because this is a long form and there are so many things being asked. So you can start filling in this form while I am conducting this session.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ashok, one request. Could you be
Yeah.
able to cut paste it in the chat window so that people can pick up from there?
Oh, sure.
That link,
Okay.
if you put in the chat window, it's easy for all.
Yeah. Uh, can you or Dr. Tigray do that? Because
No, we are not able to pick it up from here. Unless you... No, we are not able to pick up that link.
but I have sent Dr. It is there on the
Okay.
our WhatsApp. On our WhatsApp group, I sent this
No,
link.
because if you are presenting it, it will be there on your browser. Just copy and put it in the chat window.
Okay, I'm doing that.
Yeah, might be.
Sir, anyhow, we are going to present the this PPT with participants, sir.
You have already shared? No, you will.
No, I'm going to share. I shared the link which you have
You
given
shared
to me.
already, no? Yeah, exactly. So does everybody have the link? And just confirm. Otherwise, again, I'll share it over there. No problem. Oh, no. Chat. Okay. I suppose everybody will have the link now.
Yeah, now we have it.
Okay, excellent.
It's there in the chat window.
Okay, so let's start with, I just wanted to first of all impress upon you the fact that what you learned was just about 24 hours of learning. Out of that 24 hours, we had 12 hours for the blockchain and 12 hours for the DevOps. Actually, in fact, it was even less, something like 8 hours for blockchain, 8 hours for DevOps, and another 8 hours for certain other things like, the about the ecosystem and about the startup opportunities and things of that type, and then there is some time for your exam, and then, this another session that we are having today. So if you consider all this, you actually just had about 8 to 10 hours on blockchain and 8 to 10 hours on DevOps. Whereas you would see, so this is just the tip of the iceberg. So if you would see that, for what all you need to learn to become a blockchain developer, here is a whole program which I basically have drawn these things from a postgraduate diploma in for blockchain developers, a diploma that we designed and is being operated by George Brown College in Canada for the last 3 years now. So it requires actually the total learning of more than about 200 hours. That much of learning is required for, whereas what you have learned as far as the blockchain technology is concerned, hardly about 8 hours of learning you have done. So there is a lot more that is there to become a full-fledged blockchain developer. And actually, this particular slide actually tries to give you these different courses that need to be added. Now, these courses, one of the first course is actually Introduction to Blockchain. Now, this is a course, this is a 3-credit-hour course, a course that can be added as a part of your BTech curriculum. The BTech, you can offer this course as a general elective course for all the branches, and this can be a compulsory course for the computer science IT departments. Then, of course, there are additional courses, blockchain technology architecture, and then this is blockchain security, then the industry applications, this crypto laws and regulations, and then, of course, there are multiple blockchain technology platforms which have already been told about, like Bitcoin and Ethereum and Hyperledger, and there are so many more such platforms, but out of which at least these 3-4 platforms which are very important, which are very popular all across, at least a few platforms you need to learn. Then there are programming languages like Solidity, and of course these are being considered as a part of this platform aspect of that. And then, of course, there is a capstone project, there's internship, and in Canada, they also call work integrated learning, which is actually doing something along with some employer or some employer or some startup, that activity. So if you consider all this, what you have learned in this last week is just a very, very small aspect. And then you can now start planning as to what you would like to actually start with. The first thing that you could start with is actually introduce a 3-credit-hour course in your college, Introduction to Blockchain Technology, 40 credit hours. And of course, before you offer that course over there, you will have to yourself undergo that course, or acquire that knowledge, not necessarily by attending a course, but at least by online resources, and get ready to teach it in your class. So this is for the blockchain developer course. Similarly, if you now, instead of blockchain developer, if you're aiming to prepare students for as blockchain analysts, in that case, the development work will be little less. I mean, the programming skills, etc., required are little less compared to. But as an analyst, you should be able to do the system analysis, manage the project, participate in any blockchain projects in other capacities of for marketing or for other kind of support activities in that. So for that, industry applications would be important. And those industry applications, you have had some exposure in our this course, like the financial applications, and there are other applications what Atul has already covered. So that is it. Then the third set of courses are part of making the student full stack developers. And for full stack development, we did have a little, we had a few 8 hours on DevOps, but DevOps is just very, very small part of the total learning that is required in full stack development. I'm sure many of these things you are already teaching in your BTech course. And that is why probably for full stack developers, you probably don't need to do too many things. Just maybe another course you could add on DevOps, and that may be good enough. So yeah, so this is one part of it. Now I'm listing out here the learning opportunities, what all is there, and now you can actually open your form, and in the form, while I'm describing what learning opportunities are there, you can also fill in that form and say what you would like to, what way you would like to adopt this. So you go to the form, and in the form you first you will have to key in the email address, but then thereafter you will come to this next question of learning opportunities. Now here you need to mark what you would like to be, what you would like to do. Now, awareness in blockchain technology, the course that you have already learned. So here is no question of your own learning. But would you like to introduce this in the college? If you think that, yes, you would like to introduce this course in the college, take it. Would you like to introduce this course in the students? Of course, I mean, if it is introduced in college, it will be. But there are certain questions where you would like to have only for the college, and but supposing you don't want to, if you introduce it in college, now naturally it will become available to the students. But supposing you don't want to actually introduce this course in the college, but still you would like to encourage students to take it outside the college, then you can mark it over here. Otherwise, if you mark it here, it automatically means it will be available to students. And of course, the last is not interested. So please look at these all different courses which I have suggested here. One is the awareness in blockchain. Second part is awareness in full stack development. Third is introduction to blockchain technology, a elective course for all BTech students and compulsory course for the CSI and IT. Then blockchain technology developer courses. I just showed you the number of courses that are there in the developer track, like security, architecture, and those courses. So whether you would like to learn those courses or introduce in your college or encourage students to take it. Similarly, in the analyst side, there are courses. Then there are related courses like lean startup, agile project management. These are the courses which are again something which are useful to become an analyst, but not strictly part of the blockchain technology package. And then finally, pathway programs for immigration. This is the one this particular thing actually is, offering some courses in your college which will be accepted for credit transfer to some of these Canadian colleges. So there are Canadian colleges who are willing to help you to set up a course in your college in such a way that at the end of that course, the Canadian college will also take some test and check whether they really come up to the mark, and if it is acceptable, then those students will be given credit transfer for taking up the further additional courses over here. For example, blockchain developer or blockchain analyst, or the fintech specialist. Now these courses, in these courses, they may get credit transfer, and that is why their time to complete that course will go down a little bit. The cost will go down a little bit because of such pathway programs. So whether you are interested in that, that is it. So this was the first part.
Asha, would you like to add one more thing, that if they pass these courses, is there a better chance of getting admission for the courses there?
Yes, of course. There will definitely be better chance, because actually they are observing your performance in this pathway program. So because of that, they are more certain about your competence. Okay, so there will be a better chance. There is no guarantee. There is no guarantee that if you are completing this pathway program, you will be admitted. That is because again, there are few other dependencies, like whether you get the visa. You may be from college may find find all right, but you may get some visa issues because of other reasons. So because of that, there cannot be a guarantee, but generally it should be possible, and it can be right in the beginning, before you actually start with the pathway program. You can get a general assessment that whether there is likely to be any other problem. So generally that should be possible. The possibility is very high that you will get admission for these additional courses. Okay. Any other question? Okay. So I'll go to the next set of opportunities, and that is ecosystem development. Now, see, when these new technologies are introduced in in the country or anywhere in the world, it is not enough just to provide training. Along with the training, there are so many things that need to happen, which develops the whole ecosystem for that technology. And that is something which in which the colleges can contribute a lot. So I have listed here many things for which which contribute to ecosystem development. So the first thing is there are these associations that are formed, about there can be a blockchain technology association. There are already some associations in existence in India. Actually, they took the fight to the Supreme Court and won recently. And because of that, the Bitcoin trading, actually these businesses were closed for trading in cryptocurrencies, which are now allowed because cryptocurrency, because the Supreme Court stepped in and they said that these businesses should be allowed. So there are some kind of industry associations. I'm not very familiar to what extent these associations are formed. Actually, you will get to know that information in India better than me. Now, by participating in such associations or by forming such associations, you can initiate some liaison work with the government and regulators, etc. Those of you who are really motivated with the political kind of aspirations, for them, this may be a good opportunity to actually take up the cause for blockchain technology at a government and the regulator level. Start blockchain meetups. This is a very, very common way in which many people have joined this whole blockchain technology movement, and they have tremendously contributed. Many cases of many people whom you would meet will tell you that they actually started participating in this blockchain meetups, and from there on their interest developed, and they came to know the other people who are interested in this. They came to know more about where they can learn. They came to know where are the opportunities, where are the jobs. So these meetups have been extremely useful. And one such group which I have introduced you, where Antoine and Ed, both these guys were representing a group called Bitcoin Bay here in Canada, and they started just by having just some 10-15 people just got together. They started talking about Bitcoin, and they started investing, and it has now grown into a very powerful organization, and so many successful blockchain entrepreneurs have got created out of such meetups. So such meetups have to start. Already such meetups exist in India. Atul can let you know about the names of these meetups. You yourself can go and participate in that. But additionally, in fact, in places like Pandharpur and all that, I know obviously there will not be any meetups happening over there for the regular meetups. So this is where actually probably you will have to take an initiative and organize a meetup on your own, so that the people in the nearby areas could come and attend that.
Ashok, currently a lot of meetups are happening online because people don't travel. But I have attended earlier meetups in person as well as online also, and both of them work very well.
Yeah, absolutely. You got an absolutely valid point. Now you need not worry about the location part of it. Almost all the meetups are now happening online, in the online format. So actually you could participate even in our meetups here in Canada, this Bitcoin Bay meetups. You would be able to participate from any part in the world. So from Pandharpur, you can participate in that. There is no problem. Okay, the next thing that the hackathons are really a very powerful way of developing blockchain technology expertise. And either you can organize some hackathons on your campuses, or at least you can participate in the hackathons which are happening worldwide. And there are many global hackathons happening, again, online format. Remotely you can join, and it goes over for 4 to 6 weeks. You can actually participate. They have number of even learning sessions, and they also have the actual sessions in which you actually do some coding, etc. And then there are step-by-step. You are expected to go through a complete project in through these 4 to 6 weeks time, and there are very good prizes. So the one that is coming very soon, being organized by Bitcoin Bay, and Ed Bucci, he talked about it to all of you. That particular hackathon has a $50,000 first prize and multiple additional prizes. So I would really recommend all you people to actually consider taking that hackathon, participate in that hackathon, as form your own teams over there and participate in that global hackathon. You will get the experience of how really these hackathons are organized. And this organization here, Bitcoin Bay, again, it's a community organization. They're very keen to actually have some of their presence in India. So you may be able to actually form Bitcoin Bay India, and with you can utilize all the resources that they have right now at their command in their community and everything, and actually introduce such hackathons in India. You can introduce hackathons in India related to the Indian subjects. So something like, use of blockchain for farming in India, use of blockchain for the identity problems based on Aadhaar card. Now these are very typical Indian issues, right? So you can organize some such hackathons in India related to Indian subjects.
Ashok, I would like to add that Persistent Systems at Pune also arranges a lot of hackathons, and they are directly advisors to Government of India on all these digital initiatives.
Perfect.
So they have a very clear idea of what the government is needing, and they arrange a lot of hackathons. That way, you might be able to connect to some people there.
Excellent, excellent. Yes. So this is a very, very good suggestion. Actually, you should. I mean, those of you who are interested in such hackathons, we can actually involve Persistent Systems. Jaydev.
Sorry to disturb you, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry to disturb you. And SVERI will be having a pleasure and honor to be a host in India.
Perfect.
For this kind of international hackathons under the guidance of no doubt Atul sir.
Of course, of course. No. That is the whole idea. That's why I'm trying to present you all these opportunities. Okay, next is blockchain accelerators. That is, of course, startup accelerators. It's but all these accelerators in different college. Each college is setting up some kind of a accelerator or incubator, what they call, right? Startup incubators. Now, these incubation centers or innovation centers or accelerators, call it whatever you like. There's a good use if you choose a particular theme for that innovation center or accelerator, like and depending upon because you need to build up some expertise also in that area. So those colleges who are really building up expertise in blockchain area, they can actually organize hackathons and startup accelerator dedicated to the blockchain technology. So blockchain technology has a number of applications that they can think about developing startups around those applications, as well as actually even create new platforms, etc. So actually this startup opportunities, you had a complete presentation on startup opportunities. You can have a whole list of startup opportunities that right now are available in the blockchain technology area. You can help them out. Okay, mentor groups. So this is very, very critical, especially for these growing brand new technologies. For the brand new technologies, it is very difficult to find people who can provide some mentoring, because it's so new, nobody has used it. So if you want to venture into it, you need a mentor who has a career. Now these mentors will be difficult to, but we would be able to help you to connect you up with some of these Canadian mentors. We have lots of Indian origin people here and who are willing to be mentors. So that is a possibility. Then I was going to suggest in this particular with this particular course, they have started developing faculty in blockchain. So you can actually form a blockchain trainers community. A community is basically you should have a common WhatsApp group, start communicating, start talking. All trainers start talking with each other. You get lot of help for doing anything in your own college, in your own learning part of it. Okay. So this was the second aspect, the ecosystem development. The third aspect is the initiatives that you can take in the college. So in your college, what you can do is there are multiple things you can do in college. Like first of all, the very first thing will be add these blockchain courses into your college. That will be the very, very first thing. And I've already given you the whole list of courses that can be added, right? Then the next thing is you can start a student club. Now, student clubs are very, very popular. I've given you some, at the end, I've given you some links to, you will find that almost every university has a blockchain club. And the students get a platform to actually exchange ideas. And these clubs have actually matured into a next level. In fact, here in Canada, there is the York University is one of the three universities which are there in Toronto City. Now, York University, no faculty member had any idea about blockchain technology, but the students formed a group, and students identified some industry experts. They brought them into the college, and the student leader who was actually organizing this club, he in fact led the whole process to the extent that ultimately now York University offers full-fledged blockchain-related postgraduate programs. And then subsequently, they had to hire some faculty externally, and of course, some internal faculty also got trained. But the important thing is, it is out of the student club. It is through the student club activities that actually this blockchain expertise got added. So that is why forming a student club is a very good idea. Doesn't matter even if the faculty is not aware of the technology. Just tell students that, okay, this is a new technology that is growing up. Go check out what you can learn. And you will be amazed to see that the students can actually learn on their own at times and go after and organize their activities in such a way that they can acquire these new technologies to a good extent. The next thing is form teams for hackathons, participating in hackathons. You need to take initiative to help students get together and help them to identify the project that they can execute, give them directions of which hackathons are happening and how they can participate, etc. Maybe you can even give them some kind of other resources for that. It could be, providing them some special facilities on the college to encourage that. Then you can, you can form teams for hackathons. The next thing is your placement cell may not be actually approaching companies who have the blockchain technology jobs. You may have to do a little bit of proactive work to identify which companies are employing blockchain technology experts, and you probably need to go and tell these companies that, hey, we have started teaching blockchain in our college, so why don't you hire them? So you may have to form a small sub-cell in your placement department, get them involved. Okay, the next thing I mentioned here is Center of Excellence in Blockchain. Now, you are aware that the colleges are encouraged to form centers of excellence in many technologies, and technologies like blockchain and artificial intelligence and AR, VR, and all these emerging technologies are really good candidates for getting funding for forming Center of Excellence in Blockchain. Faculty development programs, you already participated in one, and I'm really glad to see that AICTE is supporting this. So obviously there are just now I mentioned to you that out of this about 200 to 50 hours of total learning that is required in blockchain area. What you've covered right now in this course is only about 8 to 10 hours. So there are so many more faculty development programs that that are required, which you can apply to AICTE, and hopefully you will get sanctioned a few of those courses. The next is inter-college collaboration. So I'm actually giving you introductions to a few colleges here in Canada who are quite interested in forming collaborations with respect to the blockchain technology area. So that will see some of those names at the end of this presentation. And then finally, start new research programs in blockchain. Now, this is a very brand new emerging technology, and there are so many problems which the whole industry is facing. Lot of research work is happening. If you would see the number of research papers being published in these emerging technology areas, you will find that the proportion is extremely high. So in case you would like to give some research projects to your students or at a faculty, there is tremendous scope, and we would be happy to give you those list of topics that probably they would be able to research on, and I would be happy to connect you up with some research institutes, research organizations here in Canada, in case you want to take it up. Okay, so the next part is there should be some actual blockchain application development projects that your students should get exposed to. And that is the reason we have created tokens called College Campus Cash. These tokens are already available, ready to use. But actually you can consider, if you would like, you can actually consider creating your own tokens for your own college. And we would be able to guide you on that, how you can go about doing it. And once you create those tokens, you can use it for multiple blockchain applications. Now, a college is like a small version of the outside world. The problems that outside world faces, the similar problems are also faced inside the campus. Like the one problem that is really solved by the blockchain technology is the identity. Now, identity is a huge issue, and you are aware that in India, huge amount of money and efforts was invested to create the Aadhaar card. Now, going further to Aadhaar card will be a blockchain-based identity. And how that would happen in the outside world, you can probably need not worry right now, because it involves a lot more administrative work. But within your campus itself, you can actually create a blockchain-based student identity and then use it for multiple applications within the college. Like the next application is college transcripts. There is a huge problem about fake certificates, college certificates, and fake mark sheets and things of that type. College transcripts on the blockchain become completely tamper-proof. Then you have these student elections. Now voting is one very popular application with blockchain. So you can probably use a voting application for within the campus, student elections, etc. Similarly, educational student records like mark sheet, performance, etc., attendance, the recognition. Then you can many times you cannot keep on giving monetary rewards to people, but you would still like to recognize it, and such recognitions actually can be in the form of College Campus Cash tokens, where you're not actually giving you're not actually spending money, hard cash, but you're giving it in the form of tokens, and it keeps a complete account of who's doing good work in the college. So ultimately, by end of the year or by end of the program of 4 years, you can actually identify who has really accumulated highest number of tokens and give them a special reward for special recognitions, etc. So recognition and rewards is a good application of these blockchain tokens. And finally, of course, certain campus purchases and payments, etc., can be done with the cryptocurrency. We still don't have an approved government issued tokens, government issued currency, cryptocurrency, but I expect that to happen anytime within a year or so. And when that happens, you will have no problem in using cryptocurrency for actual campus level transactions, even financial transactions. You might be able to accept the student fees and other charges, etc., in cryptocurrency once the government issues an approved cryptocurrency. So finally, so after this, at the end, I will just giving you certain places what you can do to actually collaborate with each other. In this world now, it is very difficult to handle everything entirely all by yourself. You have to collaborate. And what collaborations you can do? Faculty development, you are already collaborating, working with SVERI, working with SVERI on this AICTE project, AICTE thing. SVERI can take up further the additional MDP programs with AICTE, and probably all the colleges which are participating and continue to participate. The training courses that are to be offered inside the within your BTech level courses. For that, NPTEL is a very good resource. They have few blockchain related courses already available. Now they also have the this NPTEL as well as I think IIT Bombay X and those sort of online MOOCs are available, where you can have a hybrid kind of a course running, use the resources of NPTEL and IIT Bombay X and things of that type, and then have some additional work done on the campus, and then that way you can jointly start offering some credit courses. So for blockchain, you can definitely look at some such possibility. And then for forming student clubs, here I have given you one link which was mentioned by Ed Bucci, that this actually introduces you to several other blockchain clubs which are formed on the campus of many different universities, including MIT, Harvard, and all these top universities. They all have these student clubs, and you can form a club and become a member of this organization, which has members from all these other universities. Hackathons, I've already mentioned to you that I would like you to collaborate with Bitcoin Bay and their global hackathon, which is due starting in September, October, starting in September. At September end, I think they would be starting it. So collaborate with them, try and take care of participation and organization of this hackathon in India. That would be a great learning experience as well as a good opportunity for subsequently having a good growth and getting some additional benefits of participation, additional benefit of collaboration in terms of generating resources, etc. So that's about the hackathon. Then there are three colleges which I have given here you some link. IIBS College, then Seneca College, and George Brown College. At Seneca and George Brown, they have these two programs. One is on fintech, one is on blockchain developer program, postgraduate diploma for the blockchain development. Seneca has a course on fintech. York University has a course again on blockchain development. And IIBS College has multiple courses in areas, and IIBS will be able to also work in a more flexible way. IIBS College is actually owned and operated by an IIT alumnus, so we can actually do lot more things over here compared to the public colleges in Canada. So this is what I have to recommend you. Fill in the form, mention what you are interested in. We will compile the information, and depending upon the different interests that the participants have, we can actually create specific interest groups, and then you people can take it forward. This is all I had to mention. I don't know whether we have exceeded our time. I think I have exceeded by about 15 minutes, but we started late, so I guess it's okay. Any questions? Hello. Any questions?
Yes. Any question, any point you would like to ask to Ashok sir? Okay. Thank you, sir, for your interactive session. So,
Okay, excellent.
I'll just
Okay.
confirm.
I hope everybody has. I hope everybody has filled in the form. If you are not filled in the form as yet, please complete it. Okay, Arun Kumar has mentioned share link. What link you are expecting?
The link to the form is already shared, I think, just before his message, but he might have joined late.
Okay. All right. Okay, so shall we, if there are no questions, we can close this. Okay, sir?
Sir, I'm just taking confirmation for the 2 minutes for AICTE representative and principal, sir. Just 2 minutes so that we can start directly with the valedictory, sir.
Perfect. Atul, you wanted to add something?
No, I think you have covered it very well. Unless people have questions, don't want to add anything right now.
Yes.
We can always connect with them later.
Hello?
Hello, can I ask one question, Ashok? Ashok Saraf here. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you can ask. It's audible.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, hello.
Yes. Hi.
Yes,
This is very nice. After a long time, I could get back to this BCT. And one of the things that we were discussing before about using blockchain for socially desirable things like ratings of smart city and rating for the smart campus or Swachh Bharat and so on. Is it something that is feasible? Is it happening?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there are so many, but it will be better that, we have some project leader who's interested in taking that application. So that is why what I have proposed here is that, I'm trying to get everybody's feedback saying that, who would like to lead such an activity, who would like to participate in it. So, we can actually, depending upon the interest, if we have a group, then, they can be helped to take up a project in that area. Like, one, now you're at Anandra Power College. Already healthcare records is being taken up right now. Healthcare records related, so many other projects can be taken up.
Yeah, Ashok, let me add one more thing here. The point you have stated is very valid that we can do a lot of rating apps. And in fact, in SVERI College, Pandharpur, we have already suggested how to start a student rating app on life skills. Once they do this internally in the college, they will have a hang of the technology and they will have a good idea of how this kind of products can be built, and then they can expand it to smarter cities or bigger objectives so that they can show a great demo. And for that demo, they have everything in the college. They need not go outside to do something. And they already started on it. So let's see how it goes. Dr. Utpat is already is owning it up at SVERI.
Oh, that's good.
And Bhuvaneshwari madam is also owning up the IT or the computer science part of it to build the application. So there are two aspects to it. One is the software part of it and one is the implementation part of it. And hopefully both of them go together. And if they are present today, maybe they will be able to comment on what they are doing right now. That is best to hear from them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
So do we have now blockchain nodes on the campus, and then are they working, like, are they mining campus tokens now already?
No, sir, you jumped too many steps ahead. We are only at step 1 right now. So let them explain when they will be at that level.
Oh, no, Bhuvaneshwari madam and their team is very fast. So I thought they might have implemented.
Yes, they can tell you when they will come to that level. I think let her talk.
So are we doing on Ethereum or Hyperledger? What is it?
Yeah, Bhuvaneshwari madam, I would suggest you can answer all these questions instead of me trying to answer some of them.
Sir, I need to take update on this because I'm on leave since from more than 20 days because I am recovered, but I have not taken the update. So
Yeah,
I
madam,
will answer you personally.
I see your team members who are in that team. They are there in the meeting. So if you request them, they might update.
Yes, Arun Thamboli sir, you are there? Arun Thamboli?
Yes, madam.
If you are there, then speak up, na?
Yeah, okay, madam. So right now, actually, we have started this working on this student rating app, and right now we are in the design phase, and we have the communication regarding in this is going on with Marathi sir, and right now we are developing this app in the Android itself, and after this Android, then as per suggestion by this Marathi sir, we can go with the blockchain.
Has anybody worked on setting up the blockchain nodes and putting the Ethereum or some server and then start producing our own cash tokens and the hardcore blockchain technology? Applications is separate, and blockchain nodes.
Yeah, Ashok, as a part of our IIC course on the blockchain, we have a practical session for them, which is going on right now, and that will be on Ethereum. So I think the students and some of the coordinators in the faculty may be able to tell to what level the students are able to set up all those. But we have a 6 or 7 lecture session on practicals for them, especially for Ethereum. I think 2 are covered right now, and they're still doing it.
Okay. That will be great, because then we can actually start seeing the campus cash tokens coming out. By the way, which are the companies which are now hiring in blockchain in India? Any names? Just off the cuff.
Actually, that's a very good area that for which we should form a small group of faculty members or the placement officers, and they should jointly explore and find out which companies are hiring. Of course, just doing some net research is possible. Check out the placement networks.
No, Ashok, if we go to the meetup groups, there are a lot of startup companies in India who are really interested in hiring people, but we don't have that level of experienced people.
Yeah.
And the bigger companies, they are only taking internal staff, so they are not directly hiring from external world. But the small startups, they are all hiring from external world, and most of these startups, they start their own meetup group so that they believe that somebody will join there and they will be able to take them.
Having said that, there are 21,998 blockchain jobs on Naukri.com.
Yeah, there are a lot of them.
21,998.
They will keep increasing only day by day.
Yeah, it will increase.
In Pune, there are 2,456 jobs.
Ashok sir, you can look at the hit rate for all those jobs. It's less than 50%. They remain open for a long time. Nobody applies, or those who apply are not qualified.
So that means there is a clear demand there. Baraga.
Yeah, it will increase.
Salah. Kamala laga. There is a full stack development requirement, 4 to 8 years experience, 6 lakhs to 12 lakhs, Alpine research, blockchain developer, white code.
Okay, Ashok sir, I think they want to start with the next session. So
please go ahead. Yeah.
Over to Rupali Patil, madam. Please start.
Yes, sir. Good evening, all. Myself, Rupali Shinde, CSC Department, SVERI College, Pandharpur. On behalf of CSC Department, I want to welcome you all for valedictory ceremony of STTP on blockchain in DevOps, implementing transparent continuous delivery. I welcome our beloved principal, Dr. B.P. Ronge sir. I welcome our Dean Academics, Dr. P.M. Pawar sir. I welcome all deans and HODs of SVERI family. I welcome AICTE representative, Colonel Venkat sir. I welcome all resource persons of this STTP, Atul Marathe sir, Prakash Deshmukh sir, Ashok Ranade sir, Edward Bucci sir, Kiran Vedde sir, Ishan Srivastav sir, Anthony sir, and I welcome all IIC members. Representative Colonel Venkat sir, India. Today sir, has sir joined?
Can we ask the participants to share their views about this 1 week's law?
Yes, sir. I request participants to express their views.
Yes, anyone would like to express your views from the participant side? Okay, ma'am, you can start. Next part, ma'am.
Okay. Now I request our Dean Academics, Dr. P.M. Pawar sir, to say a few words on this occasion.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to see that this STTP on blockchain technology took place in the last 5 to 6 days. Various related topics were discussed. And as I mentioned in the inaugural session, it is not just important to have a discussion on theoretical aspects, but it is important to start with whatever small extent implementation of such topics. And I'm happy to see that resource persons are suggesting what kind of initial tutorial level problems faculty members can take and start implementing. Because I remember when the new topics came, like artificial intelligence, deep learning, people used to discuss about it and the theoretical aspects of it about 1 year, 2 years, and then it took a lot of time for them to basically understand how to implement it and that. But in this first workshop itself, this resource persons are guiding towards implementation of it, and it will help all the participants and our institute to take it forward. So just one suggestion to organizer, that if they can prepare a note like what we learn and what will be the way ahead after this workshop, and how they see the impact of this workshop after maybe 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and year, are the kind of activities carried out based on the things learned in this workshop. So that will become a kind of guiding document for this new emerging area. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We all know no event can take shape without hardworking leader. So it was dedication and enthusiasm of our coordinator, Dr. S.S. AQISTE madam, co-coordinator, Dr. S.B. sir, and Jadhav madam. It is their hard work which made this STTP a huge success. Let us not forget the backbone of this event, all faculty members of CSE department who worked continuously during these 6 days under guidance of coordinators. Thank you so much, everybody. I am thankful to all teaching and non-teaching staff of CSE department. First, but a visionary, our beloved principal, SVERI Scholar of Engineering, Honorable Dr. B.P. Ronge sir. I am thankful to convener of this event, Dr. P.M. Pawar sir, Dean Academics, College of Engineering, Pandharpur. I am thankful to HOD of our department, Dr. B.C. Mandinamat madam, for her valuable guidance. Now, I would also like to acknowledge our resource person, Ashok Ranade sir, Atul Marathe sir, Ishan Srivastava sir, Anthony sir, Edward Gucci sir, Kiran Vaidya sir, Prakash Deshmukh sir, and D'Souza sir, who took the time out of their busy schedule and enlightened us with valuable knowledge. We are truly humbled by your presence. Thank you, one and all. I am thankful.
Madam.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. So Ronge sir will speak. Hello. I request Dr. B.P. Ronge sir, please guide on this occasion. Hello, sir.
Good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
So this 1 week STTP, AICTE sponsored STTP, I am delighted. Resource persons, eminent personalities from India and abroad, they have contributed during this week workshop, and I'm confident all the participants uh, they must have enjoyed a great learning experience during this period. And so my view is this should continue. So we have conducted, and now it is all over. That should not be the case. So this STTP, as earlier mentioned by Sarab sir, Marade sir, Ranade sir, so it should be like NBA, outcome based workshop or STTP. So whatever contributions are made in this STTP, I hope they will lead to further development in this area. I wish all the best and express my sincere gratitude to honorable all the guests and respected resource persons who have contributed in this workshop. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, let us have a special
Thank you, sir.
recognition. Now, let us have a special recognition to all audience who remained patient throughout. We are thankful to all the participants. Thank you, one and all. Okay, sir. Do you want to speak something?
Okay. Once again, thank you on behalf of SVERI family to all the AICTE committee for giving this an opportunity. I would like to say special thanks to Principal Sir, Dr. BP Ronge Sir, for giving us an opportunity to have such kind of an organization. The convener of this STTP, Dr. AQISTE ma'am, I would like to say thank you, ma'am. Thank you, our HOD madam, Dr. BC Melinamat madam. Thank you for believing me and giving me an opportunity to carry on this STTP. Thank you to all my organizing team, and I equally would like to say thank you to all the resources, Mr. Atul Marathe sir, Mr. Prakash Deshmukh sir, and my Canada team. It was really a great to have an interactions with you, and this will be a start. I will not say this is an end. This will be a start for SVERI family to get associated with Canada. So I would like to put this.
Thigale sir, one
Yes, ma'am.
participant has given the feedback in message box. So read that feedback.
Okay. We received one feedback from Mr. Nagaraj Samnur. He has written that as we all are new in the field of blockchain technology, all the resource persons give wonderful information and implementation of blockchain in college campus and develop a link between different organizations. We learn innovative things to develop, implement, and explore in educational institute. I congratulate the team SVERI College of Engineering Pandharpur organizers and resource persons to gain the knowledge and develop in educational institute. Thank you everyone. Dr. Nagaraj B. Saunu. Thank you sir for your valuable feedback. I also would like to say thanks to my organizing team for helping me to have this grand success. Thank you once and all. This is about the slot 1, slot 2 and slot 3 we will declare very soon. Thank you one and all once again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So with the permission of Honorable Chair, I will say that we'll close the session here. Thank you once and all. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.